Good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday, October 30th, 2009. Not a whole lot of swell in the water, and it's going to get smaller over the next few days. Not a whole lot to report, but I wanted to show you what little is coming our way, so be prepared for that. We do have some northwest headed our way next week from Aleutian system. Wanted to show you how that's all coming together, as well as a possibility of seeing some southern hemisphere around the 9th, but not holding my breath for anything real sizable out of that. Also, looks like we're in for some nice weather over the next few days, although we will be in for a tidal swing. And it looks like we may also see then a change in weather and winds by the end of next week, with even a slight chance of precipitation in the forecast. I want to show you everything that's bringing that all together. This is what's going on right now. Starting out looking at the WAMs across the Pacific, not a whole lot happening off our coast. We can see the wind swell has faded, so a lot of that swell is moving away from our area. Next swell of interest, that big blob of red up there near the Aleutians, although that's only about 30 to 35 foot seas, but that's the storm of interest for next week. Moving the models forward in time, we can see that that's breaking apart as it enters into the Gulf, so that's kind of fading. Not a whole lot happening out of that. Notice that we have something coming up out of the southern hemisphere, but that's a brown color on the models. That's only about 18, 20 foot seas, distance of about 5,000 miles from Southern California, so not a lot expected out of that. That would be coming up in around the 9th. And then as we move the models a little bit more forward in time, we can see that really not a whole lot happening for the long range. We need to see a lot of deep red on those models from distance from Southern California to really bring us any noticeable surf. Take a look now at the weather models. We can see why we've got some nice weather moving over our area. That blue area over Southern California, that's high pressure, and that low pressure off in red, that's moving off to the east. Still have some northern gradients over the area, causing a little bit of an offshore wind effect. That's going to be calming over the next few days. Moving the models forward in time, we can see how that's going to work out. As usual, that low pressure moves to the east as high pressure from the Pacific moves in from the west. But it's not a very strong high pressure system, not really engulfing the America West, with troughing up to the north. Moving a little bit more forward in time into Monday time frame, we can see the peak of the high would be over our area. Warmest day, calmer winds, and then we start getting a little bit more trough moving down our way. And then we start noticing a fairly hefty low starting to progress out of the Gulf. And that's the thing that could be bringing us weather toward the second half of next week. Moving the models forward in time, we can see how that would start progressing toward our area. This is around Wednesday time frame. More so than into Thursday. And that would be cooling things down as we start getting an onshore flow effect from that. And then that low would really be approaching the coast if this is if everything holds true to the models right now. That'd be around Friday, Saturday time frame. Looking at the precipitation models, that seems to jive. This is also out late in the week. Taking a look at precipitation in green that could be moving toward the coast. That's actually looking to at least increase winds and an onshore effect by the end of next week if everything holds true. And of course, there is a slight chance of rain right now. According to this, the rain would stay far to the north, but got to keep an eye on that and see how that develops over the next few days. And as mentioned, we are in for a tidal swing. That'll be affecting us over the next couple of days. Here's a tide chart looking at the weekend tides around San Diego. Pretty typical, though, for the rest of Southern California. We can see that the morning highs, very early in the morning, actually will be hitting around the 6-foot mark. And then even towards later in the weekend, early next week, we're going to be looking at tides well over 6 feet. And, of course, dipping very low as well. So that's going to be affecting size at many breaks, especially the reefs and points. Making it a little bit tougher to catch some mid-tide sessions. And with the lack of any significant swell in the water, it's probably going to affect things just negatively all the more. So that's how everything's coming together right now. I wish I had some better news, but it looks like Pacific and Mother Nature just aren't going to work in our favor for the near term. A little bit of northwest swell, though, coming in Monday. It'll be building more, then coming to its peak on Tuesday from that Aleutian system. Maybe a little bit of something out of the southern hemisphere around the 9th, but in between those 2 dates, not a whole heck of a lot expected to happen. Looks like, though, we could be seeing some nice beach weather over the next few days, although we will be in for a tidal swing, so watch out for that over the next few days, especially over the weekend. Then a cool down headed our way. It looks like heavy trough. It'll be moving down our way during the second half of next week, and there is a slight chance of precipitation by the end of next week as well. That's it for now. I'll be keeping an eye on it, though. You can always check out my latest SoCal Surf Report at wetsand.com, updated 3 times a week and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My automated site, wavecast.com, and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/wavecast. So until next time, take care, be safe, and smile. Relax.